review of the best compilation album this year, and an essential one to own, as it's the kind of music that everyone kind of likes, no matter where you come from on the music spectrum. Congo Funk is what it's called, but the whole title actually broke my computer when I tried to actually extract the file, because it was too long. Congo Funk, Sound Madness from the Shores of the Mighty Congo River, Kinshasa, Brazzaville, 1969 to 1982, Analog Africa number 38. And it's an incredible album of psychedelic soul and funk, and at times slightly rock and reggae from that region of the Congo, between that time frame, and it is fantastic. I'm not going to go through the tracks. It's a very long album, actually. It's nearly 80 minutes long, and the tracks are broadly split into like northern soul bangers, sort of 3-minute tracks, and more sort of transcendental psychedelic funk and soul. It's got this really easy style to listen to. It says it goes up to 1982. I wouldn't have minded focusing on which tracks were like in the 80s, because it really does feel like the essential compilation, Nigeria 70, which you have to own, which is one of the landmark compilations from David Byrne's label. I forget what his label's called. An outstanding compilation of Nigerian, probably Nigeria being the overall gold medalist winner of African music, but the kind of psychedelic funk and soul that came out of that region, and Afro beat as well. It's an amazing double or triple album. I don't know what it's up to now, but it's a fantastic one. This is very analogous to that compilation and makes a very good stab for the music of the Congo being up there. Even though I didn't know virtually anything about it, I like Mali and Nigeria seem to be the epicenters of African music, as far as I'm concerned. There's some great warped guitar sounds throughout this compilation. It's split pretty neatly between vocal tracks and instrumentals, and at times it's got a quite Caribbean vibe about it as well. It's a sort of reggae vibe to it. The artist that really came to mind here is the immortal UK via the West Indies post psychedelic soul Temptations era, Simonde. Their first two albums are again essential, and that's what this reminded me of. It's the kind of music you can imagine being sampled to death by hip-hop artists. There's a lot of very fluid musicality to the playing on these albums, and a lot of the guitar work is exceptional as well. Like I said, I don't feel the onrush of the 1980s in this music at all. It definitely sort of feels like it was late 60s, in that pocket of Nigerian late 60s psychedelic R&B and soul up until sort of like the mid 70s. It's very cohesive as a compilation. There's not sort of any sort of jumps between music that doesn't fit together. So do yourself a favor and get Congo Funk ! As it is the best compilation I've come across this year, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.